Right now, you could be adding 50 to 100 points to your credit score without opening a new account, getting a new inquiry, adding new debts, and not getting a big payment. Just one strategic move. But if you do this wrong, it could hurt you instead of helping you. Let's talk about it. My name is Calvin Russell, and I'm a certified FICO professional and a licensed real estate agent. I've helped thousands of people just like you nationwide increase their credit scores and reach their credit goals. And today I'm going to be breaking down the authorized user strategy. Some may call it piggybacking as well. Okay. But I'm going to break that down, how it works, why it works, and how to use it safely. Okay. Now, because this is one of the most misunderstood tools in credit. Now, some people, they may call it a hack, but personally, I call it leverage. Okay. Let's start simple. So an authorized user is someone that is added to another person's credit card account. Now, you're not the primary card holder. The primary card holder is the person that originally owns the card. Okay. It's their card. Now, you didn't apply for the card either. You're simply just added to the account. Now, when that happens, in many cases, the account history is going to show up on your credit report. Now, it may not show up on all three bureaus, and we'll get to that in a second. Now, pause right here, because that means if the account has perfect payment history, it needs to have perfect payment history, low utilization, which means it's under 30%, preferably 10% or less, long history. Listen, those are positive factors that are going to reflect on your credit report as well. Credit scoring models like those like by FICO or VantageScore is going to work the same. So it's going to look at your payment history. It's going to look at your utilization. It's going to look at the length of credit history. So as long as you're added to a strong account, you will benefit in these areas, and that's powerful. But here's the situation. Not all authorized users are going to help you. Some can actually drop your score. For example, if you've been added to a credit card and let's say, for example, they had late payments back in the day, or if the balance is over, 10% of the limit, 30% of the limit. Let me give you a before picture. Let's say that a credit score is sitting at 620. Now, you may have limited history. It may even be a small credit card, but it could also be a late payment on that small credit card. Now, because that happened, now your credit score, you might even feel stuck. You need momentum. Now, imagine being added to a card that's different. Let's say this different card has 10 years of history. It has no late payments. It has a $20,000 limit. There's a $1,000 balance. That's a 5% utilization. That's strong age. That's strong payment history. And it has a strong limit. When that reports to your profile, it can strengthen your overall averages. I've seen people increase their credit scores 30 points, 50 points, or even 100 points, depending on where their scores were when they got added to the account. But here's the thing. Let's talk about the risk, because I don't think people understand that there is risk, even though there is a reward. Risk number one is going to be high utilization. If the primary card holder, if they run up the balance to, let's say, 80% of the utilization. So if the limit is 1,000, they have an $800 balance. That high utilization is going to show up on your credit report as well. Risk number two, late payments. Since you're not the one making the payments, if that primary card holder misses a payment, it's going to show up on your credit report. Risk number three, if it's short or weak history. Now, this is a low amount, but still, if the card is new, if it's maxed out, or if it's poorly managed, you are on that card. So you're piggybacking off of that weakness, and it's not a strength. That's why strategy is going to require trust. Okay. This is not something that you do with just anyone. So if you got a friend that says, hey, I'll add you to my card, you have to still ask those questions. Now let's shift from curiosity to more clarity. So here's how you want to do it safely. The first thing that you want to do is choose the right person. This is going to be someone that has excellent payment history, which means they've had no late payments in the last 4 years. It has a low balance, and the account has been open for more than a year, more than 2 years. The longer that it's been open, we call it a long-standing account based on age. And of course, they have financial stability just in case something does happen, and they're able to, make sure that the bill is paid on time. Then you also have to check and see if they can even add you on as an authorized user. Now, most major banks, they do, but you still need to verify. And that's number two. And number three is that you do need to make sure that they're using the card. Now, you personally, you don't need a physical card, but you can be simply added for reporting purposes. That's going to reduce your risk and spending conflict. Now, we also have a private credit community in which we talk about strategies like this, and we break it down fully, okay? Because an authorized user, or being an authorized user, it can be powerful, but it works best when it fits into the bigger strategy, which means why are you doing it? So it can't just be I would just want to improve my credit score. You have to make sure that you know that there's other ways to do this, okay? But here's the thing. If you're serious about increasing your credit score the right way, you can scan the QR code or click the link in the description to learn more about it. Now let's go into something else that's important about authorized users. What a lot of people have to understand is that authorized users, it's not like a magic trick, okay? It doesn't erase collections. It doesn't delete late payments. It doesn't fix everything. So you still need to see what habits you have or what habits you're creating inadvertently that's slowing your progress down. What's holding your credit score back right now? Now, this will strengthen your profile. It will add positive, history as well too. But if your foundation, if that's messed up, you still need to address the root issues. Do you have enough income to pay your current bills? Are you constantly applying for things on your own? So again, you got to pay attention to things like that. Here's another key point. Some lenders, they ignore authorized users when they're making lending decisions. A lot of people don't know that, especially for larger loans. So this strategy, this is when you want to use this strategy, or at least let me set your expectations. If you're looking to improve your credit score, like just overall, this will help you. Now, if you want to strengthen a thin file, this can help. If you want to build early credit history, let's say you're a young adult, this is going to help. That's when it's going to be leveraged. Now, it's not a shortcut. Now, if you're still unsure whether this move makes sense for you, that's exactly why we offer a custom game plan. This is where my team and we review your credit profile. We also look at your credit goals, and we help you decide whether adding an authorized user account is best for you, or if it would actually move your score at all, okay? Because there are other strategies that are out there. So if you want to learn more about how we can create a custom plan for you, you can scan the QR code or click the link in the description below. Because honestly, having a strategy in general, whether it's watching videos or, again, you just want to make sure you have a strategy that's going to be better than you guessing, okay? Now, if this is helping you and you want more videos like this, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. Now, let's give you a quick recap. If you haven't taken notes, I'm going to give it to you now. An authorized user means being added to someone else's credit card. If that account is strong, it can boost your payment history, your utilization, your length of credit history. Now, that's what it can do. But if that account is weak, it's going to waste your time, okay? It could probably drop your score too, depending on if there's late payments. But if that account is weak, you need to make sure that you choose wisely, that you verify that it's going to report on your credit report in general, and don't rely as an authorized user. Being an authorized user, don't rely on that as your only plan. If you do use this strategy correctly, it can create some momentum, but if you use it carelessly, it can create new problems. So here's my question for you. Do you have someone in your life that has a strong, credit card that will be willing to help you? And this could be, usually I would say, go for someone that's, obviously a little bit more seasoned. They've had their card for quite some time and they take care of things. Or are you considering asking someone? Drop it in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, because sometimes the smartest move isn't working harder. It's working smarter. And listen, if you like this video, you'll most definitely love the next one. I'll see you there.